So this is my Prelude. Taken apart. Oh, ugly looking, sanded down. There's the engine I took out, but that's not the engine I'm going to use. It's not that all that great. But the tranny, that's the prize right there. It's a good transmission. Even last guy had just put in a new clutch in there, barely used. And then my engine bay, painted it. Well, yeah, I painted it a shade. If you step back, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but if you go into one angle, it's purple, and you get it to a different angle, it turns blue and purple. Color shift paint, pretty cool. At least I think so. I don't know, I just have this thing for purple, I don't know why. Put in the new shifter. Uttered a manual swap. Wired it up, it was a pain. Getting the wires through, had to make a hole in the back of the carpet. We're gonna got my Mexican blanket back there for the cold days. Yep. Oh, this is the four-wheel steering 89 Prelude. Whoops. Engine base gonna look nice afterwards. This is my block. Luckily, I have the good one. I don't know if you can tell. I got a B20A, not an A5. Yeah. Manifold. These are the axles I got from the manual car, which is I'm gonna need, obviously. I painted my valve cover. Now a really nice purple color. All the old pistons, old done for, nasty looking things. Got to get new parts. Gonna have a full rebuild on my engine. This car's gonna be like new. Gonna replace everything on this thing. Oh, everything's all over the floor. The parts I need to take out is the reservoir for the clutch fluid, I suppose, and the lines. It's simple enough. Gonna be upgrading the grounding in this car. Some 4-gauge wire. Gonna look nice. So the donor car looks all naked now that I took all the stuff. I'm gonna take this car apart completely and use it for spare parts. Let's see. And for example, here's one of the wires I'm gonna get. I mean, this thing's ugly. Looks like shit. It's gonna look really nice when I'm done with it. It's all primered, but I'm gonna have it midnight blue. I'll have to paint right there in the corner. Right here. Oh, or whatever. Got that. I got the guns back here. Been slowly buying everything. And got my gaskets, my valves and stuff. Some dress up for the engine, whatever. Make it look decent. Here's the old automatic shifter. Speaking of, I still got this thing. Whatever. I just need to screw this thing on, but I'm gonna wait so I could have room to adjust. Gotta get rid of all this automatic shit. Gonna have to probably rewire here a few things, replace some wires to make it look pretty. Very dirty car. Gonna have to get new seats for sure, or these covers at the very least. This car just looks like a mess. Because that was when I first started fixing this car. It looked like shit. But I made it look worse. I ended up using paint stripper to take off all the paint. It took me like 2 weeks even with the paint stripper, sandpaper, and everything. Because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But I should have realized that I would fuck up my tail lights if I let it drip over. I mean, if it takes off paint, it's going to fuck up plastic too. This whole bumper is ugly now. I'm going to get a new one. It's all uglified. I would use this one, but on the, you can't tell right here, but on the inside it's cracked and there's a lot of mess ups on it. I want to completely fix this car up. Make it like new. Luckily for having a donor car, that means I have spare parts. I have this. I have to bondo this thing up. It's nice and smooth now, but why not just use this one with no dents? I took off my fenders because my fenders were complete shit. They were like smashed in because someone crashed into it. But the only damage was right here, but this one's all nice and smooth. Actually, the whole body is in good shape except for this shit. And the mirror. But that's not the body. Yep. Lucked out. Guy sold it to me for like $150. Just really great guy. I wish I could have given him more, but my dad says business is business, and he set up a price. He said he wasn't going to change it no matter what. He says, don't be a bitch, basically. Whoops, fuck. It's so hard to navigate here. Like, no space for shit. That's what this dog cover looks like. That's how mine looks like in the beginning. Like shit. I mean, not everyone likes purple or whatever, but I do. It's a pain to get this thing painted without... I had to take everything out. It took me a while. Pretty much wraps it up. Next video I'll have will be with the engine in it. And, well, yeah, I pretty much... The story with this car is I blew out the pistons and spun a bearing or so. And it was a JDM B28 with about 90,000 miles on it. But on the chassis, it was almost 300,000. That's what the speedometer says, or the mile gauge thing. Oh yeah, my dad made me take everything out myself. Except this one, he did this one. I had to do this one because he's like, you gotta learn one day, you gotta grow up and be a man. Well, it wasn't as hard as I thought. It's all just bolts and shit. You just gotta get a screwdriver. Anyone can basically do it. Just memorize where you took the screws from and don't lose them, misplace them. That's what I did, and so far